I think that the book, The Innovators Mindset, has a good message on how to better your classroom in many different ways. To begin, innovation is explained as a way of thinking that creates something new and better. I think that this can be done in the classroom in very easy ways, since innovation is more about how we use tools rather than the tools itself. In other words, I don't need a lot of money to be innovated within my future classroom. Now, how can we implement innovation into our classrooms, and why should we? Well, first, we must think of who we teach and how we teach. The first question a teacher should always ask is, what is best for this learner? We as teachers need to be open-minded and think, what new or better ways can I teach each specific student that will meet his or her basic needs? Teachers also need to help students towards their innovative mindset, which is having students know that their traits can be developed and lead to new ideas. Once you help your students go towards an innovator's mindset, there are 8 things you should look for in your classroom, and those are voice, choice, time for reflection, opportunities for innovation, critical thinkers, problem solvers and finders, self-assessment, and connected learning. After reading this book, my thinking of innovation and how to teach technology changed. I learned that we don't only need to engage students, but we also need to empower them. Engaging students is just making them excited about the content, but empowering them gives them the knowledge and skills to pursue their interests, passions, and their future. So this means we have to have our students be empowered, not engaged. Also, I learned that there should be learning before technology, but there are many ways that learning and technology can go hand in hand. I also noticed how this book related to other readings and activities we did within the classroom. One of the readings that I did was Education Students Pass Mobile Learning Torch. This article was about learning how to incorporate technology into an elementary classroom. They suggested to incorporate already known information about technology to the new information that you want to teach the students. I hope to do this in my future classroom since I hope to be an elementary education teacher. Also, an activity we did was to see what our digital footprint was. This related to the book because you need to have a positive digital footprint and make many relationships out there with different people in different settings. I recently made a Twitter to post about different teaching opportunities that I do, as well as to connect with future teachers and teachers that are already in the profession today. I've learned a lot from the tweets of other teachers, and I'm getting many cool ideas for my future classroom. Some big ahas I had from reading this book was to make your classroom have a digital footprint. It would be cool to make different YouTube pages, Facebook pages, and Twitter pages for my classroom in the future. Also, I need to find a new way to teach students than just the standard way. This will make students more empowered and more excited, more learning. One of the quotes that I found very interesting from this book was, "Do I want to be a learner in my own classroom?" Many students are bored within their classroom, but if I find innovative ways to change this and make sure to know that each student learns differently and base the lessons on their passions, I hope that I would want to be a learner in my own classroom. Another takeaway I had was to make connections by making relationships. This would be by working with other teachers on lesson plans and collaborating, and also just by knowing my students. Knowing my students will make the relationship between us and hopefully in the long run make everything better within the classroom. Overall, I enjoyed this book and hope to use some of the different ideas from it in my future classroom.